The Pacific Ocean, the world's largest and deepest body of water, brings the list of waterways to a close. It covers up to 71% of the surface of the Earth, along with the other 4 oceans and the 7 seas. The huge blue ocean, despite its name, is a cruel place. It frequently overflows with activity, giving rise to hurricanes, and cools our globe to temperatures that are suitable for life. In fact, the biosphere of our world depends on this immense ocean basin. It provides a crucial foundation for both terrestrial and marine life, as well as for governmental economic growth. "55 nations border the Pacific Ocean, including those in China, the United States, Australia, Japan, the Philippines, Mexico, and the Oceania region. These nations are located on many continents. Let's explore the massive repository of information on the Pacific Ocean to find out more about the largest marine divide on Earth. Hello everyone. Welcome to Z. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Pacific Ocean Facts. The Pacific Ocean was given its name in 1521 by Portuguese adventurer Ferdinand Magellan. As he sailed into a tranquil area of water with good wind conditions while circumnavigating the globe under the Spanish flag, Magellan gave it the name Mar Pacifico, which is a portmanteau of the words peaceful sea in both Spanish and Portuguese. The Pacific Ocean stretches from China's shore to the western coast of the United States. The largest ocean basin on Earth has an average depth of 13,000 feet and a surface size of around 60 million square miles. This area makes almost 30% of the surface of our globe and contains nearly twice as much water as the Atlantic Ocean. It shares boundaries with many nations, including China, Russia, Australia, and the east coast of the Americas. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is located in the Pacific Ocean. The greatest accumulation of floating trash that may be found in both the eastern and western Pacific Oceans is known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The area between the shores of Hawaii and California is one of the biggest. The Pacific Ocean is bigger than all of the land on Earth combined. Nearly 10% more surface area than all the continents put together makes up the largest water basin on Earth. The total area of land on our planet is only 58 million square miles. The Pacific Ocean is actually home to the tallest mountain on Earth. A dormant volcano in Hawaii is called Mauna Kea. Although Mount Everest, a famous landmark that rises 29,029 feet from its base to its peak, is frequently referred to as the highest point on Earth, it actually pales in contrast to the mountain that is the tallest on Earth. People mistakenly believe that toilets flush in different directions in each hemisphere. Toilets in the northern hemisphere flush in a clockwise direction, while those in the southern hemisphere flush in a counterclockwise direction. Although the Pacific Ocean's surface currents follow a circular pattern, the Coriolis effect is primarily to blame for this. The toilet's water supply is too little to be affected by such a phenomenon, therefore the bowl's design determines how the water flushes rather than the toilet's location in the world. Only around 20% of the oceans on the Earth have been explored by humans. Only about 20% of the world's seas have been thoroughly explored by humans, with the Pacific retaining the majority of its unsolved mysteries. The huge expanses of water still include more than 80% undiscovered, unmapped, and unseen territory. This is partly because to its immensity, as well as the fact that it can be expensive and dangerous to go down. Underwater exploration is severely restricted by the terrible conditions down there. We'll have to wait and see how this obstacle might be addressed by technology. The Mariana Trench, the deepest trench on Earth, is found in the Pacific Ocean. In the western Pacific Ocean, 124 miles, 200 kilometers east of the Mariana Islands, is where you'll find the Mariana Trench. It is also referred to as the Challenger Deep and has a maximum known depth of about 36,000 feet. Life is essentially impossible down there due to the extreme water pressure, total darkness, and temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius. The Challenger Deep is the deepest point on Earth, and it takes its name from the vessel that first explored the area. The Challenger Deep, the world's deepest point, was named for the HMS Challenger of the British Royal Navy and is situated in the western Pacific Ocean. During its expedition from 1872 to 1876, it was one of the first to examine and document the extent of the depression. James Cameron, the director of Titanic, is the first person to reach the Challenger Deep on their own. On March 26, 2012, the Titanic movie's renowned director traveled on a vertical torpedo to the world's deepest point. He surprised himself by discovering trash like plastic bags and wrappers despite describing the area as lunar and desolate. The Pacific Ocean contains more items than are housed in the majority of museums combined. More historical relics and antiquities can be found in the Pacific Ocean than in most museums. Many ships, planes, and even the remains of various space missions can be found in the vast water basin. The Pacific Ocean contains a region referred to as the Spacecraft Cemetery. The vast area known as the Spacecraft Cemetery is officially known as the South Pacific Ocean Uninhabited Area and is situated in the southern Pacific Ocean just east of New Zealand. After being strategically decommissioned and deorbited at the end of their life cycles, the majority of spacecraft and man-made space debris fall into this region. Amelia Earhart, a pioneer in aviation, is thought to have crashed in the Pacific. Amelia and her navigator, Fred Noonan, probably ran out of fuel while en route to Howland Island in the central Pacific Ocean and were forced to crash, as can be seen on the final report. At that point, detectives ruled that both were legally dead from drowning because their remains had never been found. Oceans provide more than half of the world's oxygen supply. According to research, oceanic planktons produce between 50 and 80% of the oxygen in the planet. 20% of the oxygen in our entire biosphere is produced by one noteworthy creature, the Prochlorococcus. Even when taken as a whole, tropical rainforests cannot accomplish this. The world's largest basin is located beneath the Ring of Fire, which is home to the majority of active volcanoes. The majority of volcanoes, including the Ring of Fire, which is located beneath the Pacific Ocean surface, are submerged. The Circum-Pacific Belt, so named because of its horseshoe shape, is created. It has a maximum length of 25,000 miles and a maximum width of 310 miles, and it is home to 75% of the world's active volcanoes. In the Pacific Ocean stands the volcanic island of Krakatoa. Krakatoa, which is situated along the Pacific Ring of Fire between the islands of Java and Sumatra, erupted in 1833. It was one of the bloodiest and most violent eruptions ever seen, and it decimated the island and its neighboring archipelago by 70%. A substantial amount of soil and rock collapsed in the aftermath, creating a caldera. The Pacific Ocean contains the majority of the world's islands. The majority of islands in the world, or about 25,000, are found in the Pacific Ocean. The numbers drop into the 20,000 range, which is greatly influenced by the tides and seismic activity. The furthest point from land is Point Nemo. This extremely remote area of Earth is located in the Pacific Ocean and is 1,670 miles from the closest land mass. The area was given its name as a nod to the Jules Verne book 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The White Shark Cafe is located in the Pacific Ocean. Great white sharks can be found lingering in this isolated area of the mid-Pacific during the winter and spring. In contrast to initial impressions, it appears to be teeming with fauna to satisfy the voracious shark population. The region's peculiar moniker was created by researchers at Stanford University's Hopkins Marine Station. According to their research, the region is home to a sizable population of great white sharks for 6 months out of the year. There are extensive underwater rivers in the Pacific Ocean. Under the Pacific Ocean surface, there are sizable underwater rivers or undersea rivers. These rivers compete with others like the Colorado River, which is credited with creating the famed Grand Canyon. Off the coast of California, the Monterey Canyon is said to have been carved out by similar rivers. That's for now. We appreciate you being here. View more our channel videos.